SB, I need the chocolate, the Hershey's. Need the chocolate, the Hershey's, the pumpkin Kit Kat. I don't play, but your niggas be piggy packing, talking on the fucking side. Run, I'm ready to ride. For that chocolate, you gon' end up in the pit. Say for that chocolate, you gon' end up in the ditch. And for that chocolate.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Darkskvnbeauty, and I am back with another video. Finally, I know, I'm sorry. So today's video is about what it was supposed to only be about the first trimester and the second, but everyone who is probably watching this is probably pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant. And if you are pregnant, you know that some things don't always go as planned. We be tired. Yeah, so right now I am in my third trimester. I just turned 8 months yesterday. I'm 32 weeks. Anyway, so what y'all came to hear about, the first trimester. Y'all, I have everything like written down in my book here that I write stuff down in. The first trimester was hell. It was hell. It was hell. I hope for my next baby I don't go through this. Hopefully. If I do, it is what it is. All I know is after 13 weeks, once I hit 13 weeks, all of that went away. But imagine, like, you know, I can't even say, oh, the first week I was going through the same thing. I want to say it started, I found out when I was probably like 4 weeks. So the uneasy feelings probably started like at 6 weeks. So I probably only had like 7 weeks of feeling like terrible. And let me tell you what I was feeling. It's gonna be all over the place because I was just writing stuff down. All right, so yo, the hunger, let me get close. The hunger, I felt like my stomach was being teared apart in the first trimester. Like when I was hungry, it's like you need to eat right now. Like if you don't eat, this baby is gonna eat you. So eat. And second trimester, it went away. It went away. 13 weeks, it went away, and I was feeling fine. Honestly, I'm just gonna say this now. Second trimester was the best trimester. I felt nothing. I felt like I was walking on sunshine. I felt invincible. At my doctor's appointment, they would ask, "Oh, how you feeling?" I'm like, "Oh, much better." And then my OB, she really told me like, "Oh, don't feel like that for long because you're gonna go right back to feeling like ish." And I'm just like, damn, like rain on my parade, why don't you? All right, so first trimester, the hunger, horrible. And it got to a point where like I was waking up at 1 p.m. like clockwork, waking up at 1 p.m. like clockwork to eat cereal. I needed something. I need some type of snack that's gonna hold me so I could sleep for the rest of the night. And it was like clockwork for weeks. Every night, cereal, because it would wake me up out of my sleep if I am asleep. And if I'm up, then I'm up getting a bowl of cereal. It's to the point I would have a bowl of cereal, like not a bowl of cereal, but a bowl and a spoon right there, ready for me to go and pour my cereal and pour my milk when I do wake up, as if the baby was already here, right? Because it's like waking up to make a bottle. Not having the energy to even get up and shower, even get out of bed. Oh my gosh. So I had a trainer. Don't mind my ashiness, y'all. I'm always ashy. I had a trainer. We were working out. We started working out in July. Yeah, we started working out like June, July. And it's like once I found out I was pregnant in like August, and I was still training. I was just fine, still, you know. Found out I was pregnant in August. By August I was like 4 weeks, so I'm still training, whatever. We're just not doing it as heavy now that we know. And it's like once those you know, the hunger and all that stuff started to kick in, like around that 6-week mark, that's when I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the energy. I would text her like, I don't think I can make it this morning, you know, I'll let you know when I can. I really don't have the energy. Like, I couldn't even get up. And ladies, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, because a lot of people don't know that when you're pregnant and you don't have energy, you do not have the energy to shower. Okay? There's some people who go 3 days without showering. I didn't go 3 days without showering. I can't do that. There would be, I would miss like a day, because like I cannot get up. I didn't have the energy. Like, if someone was there to, you know, get like shower me, okay, but I did not. I probably didn't even get out of bed. The most I would probably do is brush my teeth. Yeah, I know it sounds nasty, but it's real. It's real. You do not have the energy to get up out of bed. I didn't even have the energy, the force to stand in a shower. And mind you, I wasn't taking vitamins, because I was thinking how the last pregnancy I took those pills. It was Vitaful pills for prenatal. Yeah, for prenatal. And I felt like, damn, everybody was telling me don't take prenatals, because, you know, doctors and black women, and they don't care about us and this and that. And I felt like, okay, and now I have a miscarriage, and now these people aren't even paying me attention. The last OB that I had, horrible by the way, but I'm like, these people are not even paying me attention, and not telling me why I lost it, da da da. I'm like, man, I feel like it's these prenatals. It was in prenatals, so I'm like, this time I'm not taking prenatals. Take your prenatals. Take them, just get some gummies, because I felt like those gummies kind of gave me the energy I needed. When I did go to the doctor and I was like, oh no, I don't take prenatals because I feel like, you know, that might have been the cause why I lost the baby, whatever. I was like, but I was telling him I don't have energy, and my OB was like, you should definitely take your prenatals, because that is how the baby, that's how you get what you need, because the baby's already stealing from you. That's why you don't have any energy. So you need something to give you that energy, or do natural supplements like, you know, spinach or things like that, whatever gives you energy. And I just knew, like, I'm not gonna go to the store, so let me just get my gummies. I'm not gonna take time to go research all the stuff that I need, then I have to cook it, even though Dad is here to cook. But I knew I just wasn't gonna take my time, so I'm like, let me just go get some gummies, give me some energy. You know, she made a valid point. Okay, cool. And honestly, it did start to give me just a teensy push of energy. But I still never went back to training, because there is some days where you just don't feel like it. Even now, to this day, like till today, 3rd trimester, 8 months, 32 weeks, there's times where I don't have energy. Like, it's not as bad as the beginning, but there's times where I don't have energy, and I have to literally tell myself, like, you need to do something. You need to get up. You need to, I don't know, try to go for a walk, and just get some type of exercise, because, you know, you just can't be a couch potato all day. Like, so yeah. And yeah, so about the showering thing, like, there's people who go 3 days without showering. I cannot do that. Max is 1 day. After that, I'm forcing myself in that shower. Even if I'm like scrubbing myself, I'm forcing myself in that shower. And then by the time I make it to the room, dry myself, I'm laid out on the bed. Like, yeah, that's it for me. I'm not putting on lotion. Can't do it. Not putting on deodorant. I'm not going nowhere. That's it. I didn't even want to go out. I didn't want to go out. My anniversary is August 14th. And we didn't go nowhere. He asked me. He was like, oh, do you want to go out? And I was like, if you want to, you know. I wasn't trying to be, like, I didn't want to be boring for him. Like, I didn't want to make him feel like, oh, she never want to go anywhere, we just have to stay home, or you know, or he don't have someone to go with besides his friends, of course. So I would force myself. Listen, if my man want to go out, I'm going out. Okay, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna shower, I'm gonna get ready. I could be exhausted, but if he wants to go out, I am going out, and that's what I did whenever he wanted to go out. But when it came to everybody else, I was like, yeah, no, I don't feel like leaving home. Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not going nowhere. They can come see me, but I'm not going nowhere. But for him, I'm like, yeah, you gotta push yourself, because you don't want him to feel like, you know, it's just like, oh, she don't want to do anything, it's boring. I never want him to feel bored with me. So I'm just like, alright, get up. In the very beginning, my craving was steak, salmon, mac and cheese, and mashed. I probably had those things like twice, 3 times a week. And we just kept going to Ruth Chris and Fleming's. I literally drove from up here Miami to down there Brickell for Fleming's, just for takeout. I don't care. I wanted steak, mash, or salmon and mac and cheese with asparagus. Ooh, that was oof. And also ice cream, Twix ice cream to be specific. Like, that was my thing. That was my thing for the very beginning. I could say like for the first month, the first 4 weeks. But once that first 4 weeks was up, that 6-week mark, like I keep telling y'all, I didn't want none of that. I was still in my first trimester. I did not want any of that. All of that stuff disgusted me. My boyfriend would try to make salmon. I can't eat that. He would try to make it. I can't eat that. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Ice cream. It was once he was eating ice cream from Ale House, Miller's Ale House. And I just was like, even though I know dairy hasn't been my friend lately, it's been making me feel nauseous. Let me just try to get just a little. I took a bite of his ice cream. Well, not a bite, but a scoop, whatever. And I felt terrible. Like, my stomach was feeling terrible. Like, I was like, damn, I should never did that. I know I haven't been right with dairy lately. I should have just stayed away from it. But I love ice cream. I love ice cream. So I learned my lesson. So for like the rest of that first trimester, I was really scared to touch dairy. Like, I love frappe, I love ice cream, I love donuts, I love it's a Haitian drink called Akasan or AK100. I love all of that stuff, and all that stuff, it scared me. It scared my stomach. So it's to the point that I didn't even look its way. I never craved it, nothing, because I knew if I take this, I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be nauseous for, I don't even know how long it lasted for when I did feel nauseous. But it was such a horrible feeling that if it was your favorite, you not rocking with it no more. That's that. It's done. So towards the ending, once I stopped, you know, craving salmon and mash and steak and mac and cheese, you know, my favorite things, whatever, I was leaning more towards Haitian food. It's like, I'm like, yo, you know, this baby's a Haitian baby for real. Like, this is our baby. You know, he wanted straight Haitian food all the time. Like, I would have Haitian food all the time. All the time. I would either buy it or cook it. I'm having it all the time. Or I'm getting it from a family member all the time. That's all I wanted. Bouillon, white rice, digole, sauce chicken, all that. A legume, vegetable stew, for those who don't know. Kalaloo, my favorite, by the way. That's my favorite even before pregnancy. Still to this day, it's my favorite. Kalaloo, what else? Tasso, cobweed, fried goat. Haitian food, listen. But it did break my heart that I couldn't have the Haitian mac though, because of the dairy. But it was once I still kind of ate a little something. I felt icky, but I was like, man, this Haitian mac and cheese, what you? I'm not passing up on that. But Haitian food, straight Haitian food. It was Haitian food all the time. That's all I wanted. I would go to restaurants, Alberte's, Piment Bouk, Grill 305, Family Cuisine, Un Bon Goût. Not only was it dairy food, but it was greasy food, sweets. Y'all, I didn't like, okay, y'all know the Pure Life bottles of water, like the regular, you know, purified water? That's a no. That's a no. I was thinking this baby bougie. First you want steak, salmon, mashed asparagus, mac and cheese, you know, from these top restaurants, and then it's just straight Haitian food. You know, it's not like, oh, I could go to McDonald's real quick, or I could go to Nah. I couldn't even have snacks. Snacks is a no. Chips was a no. None of that. So I'm like, yo, this baby's like, he's me on steroids, because I'm already picky, and I'm like, I can't even drink Nestle Pure Life water, like, or purified water. I was only touching Fiji or Evian water. Anything else made me feel sick. Cookies, all that, candy, sick. Greasy food, sick. Sick. I'm like, you gonna give me a run for my money. You gonna give me a run for my money. We gonna find out. I don't know about y'all, but I am a room temperature water type of person. Like, you'll see, my friends know I'm usually carrying a bottle room temperature. It's not freezing, it's not. I'm usually carry the bottle in my bag type of person. I always have a bottle of water on me, maybe 2, and I'm drinking it. I'm fine with room temperature. Love room temperature. It's actually better for you. But in the ending of that first trimester, if it ain't cold or freezing cold, I'm not having it. I don't want it. It doesn't feel good to me. It needs to be freezing cold going down my throat. It needs to feel refreshing. It needs to be cold. And I was just like, damn. Right now, I could say, like, I'm just like, I'm kind of over Fiji. But I could drink, you know, the regular bottles of water now. I'm good. I could even get water from the fridge, like, you know, the dispenser, and I'll be fine. I won't feel sick. I'm good. Third trimester, I could drink any type of water, but I wouldn't drink Dasani, Aquafina. No. The first 3 months, I didn't have the patience to deal with anybody. I'm a hairstylist. I didn't have the patience. Yo, you what, you're 15 minutes late? It's canceled. I'm not gonna be lenient. It's canceled. You came with a new frontal at the time of your appointment, when it says to bring in 24 to 48 hours before your appointment. I'm turning you back. I'm gonna tell you someone who will take a walk-in, or tell you how to find somebody, because I'm not taking you. I don't have the patience. There's a certain time where I'm gonna get hungry as heck, and my time was like, I think it was still every 4 hours. It was my usual. Every 4 hours, I get hungry. Every 4 hours, I need to eat. That's how it was for me before pregnancy. That's how it was in the beginning. Every 4 hours, I need to eat. So I knew that, okay, if on my appointment site I said it takes 3 hours to do your hair, I'm not gonna let you come in late, or I'm not gonna let you just now bring me a frontal when I can have you out of here probably 3 hours or less. No. Yeah, because by that 4th hour, I need to eat, or this baby gonna tear me up. So, I'm sorry, I can't do your hair. Here you go. I can tell you who's probably taking people. I can refer you, but not doing it. You didn't follow my rules. Oh well. But before then, I probably would have been lenient. Like, you know what? Let me just do it. You know, because it's not like I'm a popular hairstylist for me to be just turning people away. But it's just now I couldn't. I don't have the patience. And even just talking to people, when they act slow, or just people just not really comprehending what you're saying, it's like, yeah, I'm done with the conversation. I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to talk to people. I swear, the only person I was talking to was my boyfriend and my sister. That's it. If you even gave me some type of throbbing in my brain, or if you made me roll my eyes, I'm done talking to you. No, I'm good. I'd rather just stay away from you. I didn't have no type of patience. Well, that's me even before pregnancy. I don't have patience, but I was still, more lenient. In the beginning, no. First 3 months, I wasn't having it. Now, do I? Yeah, I have somewhat more patience. I'm not as done with people as fast as I was in the first 3 months. I'm down to talk, whatever, but I still be like, And in those first 3 months, the first trimester, I had to sleep sitting up. To the point I was telling him, we need to go and get that sleep number or whatever that is that lets you adjust the beds up. Like, I was ready to pay that 5K, that 6K. I was ready to pay that. I said, we need that right now. Like, because if I was laying down, like laying flat down on my side or whatever, I felt nauseous. Even after eating, you cannot lay down. I felt nauseous. It's like I just wanted to throw up, and I needed to sleep sitting up at all times. Also, when I felt hungry too. Nauseous. Too full, nauseous. Like, there was no winning. I'm not telling y'all this to scare y'all out of pregnancy, because I said myself that I would still have kids again. I would definitely do it again. If God allows it, I would definitely keep having kids. But, that's what happened to me, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. But if it does, it is what it is. I just gotta hope those weeks go by fast, because every moment I was nauseous. It's like I couldn't even eat my regular portions of meals. Like, most people who know me know I eat like a man. My plate is full of food, probably mountain high rice with other stuff on it, or just a whole bunch of stuff on the plate, and I will kill that plate. But that is no longer, even to this day, that no longer applies to me. Last night I was thinking about how after this baby, I'm about to have a big plate of food, and I'm gonna be able to eat it and not feel like my stomach too tight from eating too much after. I was literally thinking about that last night. I'm like, oh, I can't wait. Because now when I do try to eat over that small portion limit, my stomach feels tight. It's like it's already no space in there because he's super long. But when I try to go over that small portion, it's like, I'm feeling like my stomach gets tight all day, and I have to just sit back and like, okay, hopefully it digests. Because even after 4 hours, it didn't digest. And I don't eat every 4 hours anymore. That stopped probably when second trimester came, 13 weeks. That stopped. I stopped eating every 4 hours. Maybe it'll be like 6, 7. And is this in the second trimester? In the second trimester, there was moments where I didn't want to eat. I did not want to eat. Even now, and second trimester was only like a month ago. But even now, to this day, like, I cannot get past 197 pounds. It's like I'm playing with my weight because I'm not eating as much as I usually do. Or even, well, pregnancy usual. So like, there's times where there's days where I don't feel like eating. Third trimester, there's days where I don't feel like eating. I can only have a smoothie, or only want smoothie. I only want liquids. I'll take 1 or 2 bites of food and I'm done with it. I'm not hungry no more. I have those moments right now. I don't feel like eating. There was once in December, the ending of December, when everybody was catching Omicron, which I felt like I probably might have catched it too. But oh yeah, I was taking Ensure like crazy because I did not want to touch food. I would look at it like, oh, no thank you, I don't want it. And I was losing crazy weight. I went from 197 to 189 or 188. I was like, yo, I lost like almost 10 pounds. Wow. Even when I had doctor's visit, they was like, wait, what's going on? I'm like, I don't feel like eating, but I take smoothies, I take Ensure. That's all I can do. I don't feel like eating. I was kind of happy though, because I'm like, okay, I'm finna lose this weight. Let me go back down to 170, you know, or 150. Like, I hope, but nah. Right now I'm just bouncing in between 190 to 170 to this day since December, because I'm not really eating like I used to, which is crazy because your girl can eat. Like I said, before pregnancy, in the beginning of pregnancy, every 4 hours I needed food. Unless I'm sleeping, or sometimes if I'm really hungry, I'm gonna wake up out of my sleep. Every 4 hours. But now, nah. I take 1 or 2 bites and I'm good. Oh yeah, and let's talk about this. The sex drive. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. The first 3 months, the sex drive was not there. And if you're under the age of 18, you shouldn't be listening to this. If you are over the age of 18, keep watching. The sex drive was not there. First 3 months, I just couldn't. No, not in the mood. Can't get in the mood. I just usually, you know, kind of a sexual person, but no. And I'm a touchy person too. I like touching. You know, I like touching what's mine. I like touching on my man. You know, being affectionate. But it just wasn't there. And to the point I even told my OBGYN, like, I was kind of embarrassed to tell her, but I'm like, she's a doctor, so let me say something. So yeah, I told her, and she was just like, that's how the baby is making you feel. And I'm just like, damn. I don't want to be touched. I don't, First 3 months, it was not there. I probably was pregnant around this time. Well, most likely, yeah, you were. When I went up to Orlando, I did a video when I went up to Orlando around July like 26th. I need to go. I'm gonna put it down there somewhere or whatever, a link. I went to Orlando. My sister made us mimosas, and I'll never forget how I said my stomach was burning. My stomach was burning. That is my #1 sign for me to know that I'm pregnant. Hello, this is my 3rd time. Of course I'm gonna know that. For the people that's like, how you know that? You're now having your first kid. Yeah, it's my first actual baby that's about to be born. But this is my 3rd time if you haven't watched the other videos. Well, that other video about my rainbow baby. Yeah, I said my stomach was burning, and it was a sign, and I didn't really peep that. I mean, I kind of felt like, but I didn't peep it. I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's because I'm drinking so much late, but ooh, the mimosas was good, girl. Thank you, sister girl. My bladder now is not having it. I can't even go for a walk right now and finish a full lap without feeling like I need to use the bathroom. And I could not touch it. Like, if I don't even, when the last time I drank my water? I don't know, probably 40-50 minutes ago. I could not even drink the water, go take a lap, and probably need to pee during that lap. I can't even go and exercise, and I didn't shave my legs. When I went to Antigua for my birthday in July, that's when I shaved my legs, and then after that I didn't shave until November. Did I even shave for my gender reveal? My legs? Probably not. I don't think so, but I didn't. It was too much work. And then you know what? I really had the audacity to say it's too much work, but it's maybe because of the energy I didn't have. But right now, trying to shave my legs is definitely harder than it was at that time, because it's like the way I gotta, you know, position my legs. But everything else get waxed. I don't have time for that. My legs, it grows fast, but you just can't tell that there's hair there. So it's like a waste of money, you know, to get it waxed when I can just shave, and if it grows back, whatever, nobody could really see. Yeah, there were nights where I couldn't sleep and I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry because I couldn't sleep. It was like, oh my gosh, like why can't I go to sleep? Like I'm sleepy. Why can't I'll never forget that, because I would tell my man that I would be right next to him and I would be like, I just want to cry because I want to go to sleep, but I can't. And I wasn't emotional. Even to this day, I'm a Cancer, y'all. And during this pregnancy, I've been so neutral. I've been so numb to everything. Like, if people be like, oh, are you excited for your baby? And I'm just like, I'm excited to see him. You know, I can't wait to see him. Like, that's when I'll be excited. But I'm just trying to keep him healthy while he's in there until he comes out, and I just feel neutral. And I don't know, like, now that I'm saying it, I'm like, damn, should I feel bad that I'm not like, but it's just because he's not here, you know. He's not here for me to be like, oh, I'm so excited, look at me being a mom. But it's just like, I've just been so neutral. I haven't been really feeling emotions unless I'm upset. That's the only time I'm feeling emotions. Or sometimes I use the word upset, but it's like that's what I should feel in the moment, but I'm not really upset. It's just like whatever. I probably get I get sweaty now. When I'm mad, I get sweaty. Well, when I should be mad, I get sweaty. And I just be like, what the heck, da da da. But I'm not really bothered like I would usually be, where my temper would be up there. Nah. So it's like, oh, you got me something. Oh, thank you. Oh my god. What do you want for Christmas? Just buy my baby something. That's it. And I'll be happy, because I don't really feel nothing for me. It's like, you shouldn't have. Just give my baby something. So when it comes to like seasoning, I'm not a heavy seasoner to begin with. My boyfriend isn't a heavy seasoner at all. At all. And for me, even with him, I could say that I put more seasoning than he does on food when he makes food. And there was times where I was telling him like, that's too much seasoning. And he would look at me like, girl, are you crazy? Like, you never said that about my food. Which is true, because he's not a heavy seasoner, and I just can't take too much seasoning. I really can't. Even till now. Like, there's times where I'll be like, oh, like, you know how there's some yellow rice that comes with the powder itself that's in a jar, like the conchita, the conchita case or whatever, it comes with the powder. That's too much. Please water that down. That's too much. It's horrible, because I'm like, dang, I'm not, you know, I usually when I taste something, I'm a foodie. The food, the taste, oh my god, I'm in love with it. Like, I will make love to my food because I'm such a foodie. So I need flavor, but I don't need too much. I've never needed too much flavor. I can appreciate, you know, some good food. So for me to even tell him, like, because before then I would be like, damn, you need some more seasoning on that, like just a little more. But now it's like, oh, that's too much. And he's just looking at me like, girl, that's your pregnancy, because it ain't my food. There was the ones I scraped like the seasoning off of his salmon. Oh yeah, now I could eat salmon. I'm not a crazy fan like I was in the beginning, and I'm not a crazy fan of steak like I was in the beginning, but I do eat salmon now. But yeah, I scraped the seasoning off of the salmon because I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I felt like the vegetables had enough seasoning on it, and that's it. I'm good. Like, I'll just keep eating it together because I can't do that. which is so crazy to me. Which is so crazy. Like I said, second trimester, you know, it was a breeze. It was a breeze. Even though I didn't feel like eating, I didn't feel nauseous. There's not a time in my second trimester where I felt nauseous. And I feel like the second trimester kind of went by fast. I think so. But I didn't feel nauseous in my second trimester. I was fine. Now in my third trimester, I'm trying to make sure, you know, that I'm stepping out, going to family stuff, going to friend stuff, people who invite me. I'm actually trying to step out the house now, because it's like, okay, you don't go and exercise, so do something to keep yourself, you know, doing something. So third trimester, which I'm gonna be in it for a while, because for those of you who don't know, there is not a fourth trimester. So started third trimester probably January 10th, January 20th. This is either the 10th or the 20th of 2022 this year, and I have until April supposedly. And today I'm in February, and the third trimester it's something. I'm tired. That's what I could say. I'm tired, and it's not from lack of sleep. No, I get sleep for sure. It's just from carrying him. It's like, okay, I'm ready for you to come out. Honestly, I'm not ready to start the parenting part yet, because I feel like that's like the scariest thing, you know, being a parent and you being responsible for someone. But hey, you gotta jump in the paint. I don't know, I feel like I always get thrown in the paint. Like I never prepare or be like, oh yeah, at this day, by this year, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna make this big commitment. Like, and I'm very fragile when it comes to kids. I'm like so fragile. I'm overbearing. I want to make sure you don't even fall. I want to make sure you don't break nothing like that. So yeah, so I'm like, I'm just not ready for that part. But I've been chosen. I've been chosen for this, and this is what I'm about to do. And if you are pregnant right now, I want you to comment what trimester you're in. How's it going for you? Are you going through the same things that I went through? Is it worse for you? Because I know some people who were drastically losing weight throughout their whole pregnancy. They couldn't even keep food down, was throwing up the whole time. Like, there's always someone going through worse than what you're going through, or, you know, something similar. Or hey, for the ones that do want to get pregnant and want to find out what others went through, everybody's not the same. Everybody's not the same. Every pregnancy is not the same. Just because I went through it this pregnancy doesn't mean it's going to happen for the next one. It might be a breeze. So yeah, third trimester is not done. Hopefully when the time comes close, I can give you some type of update. April is right around the corner. I feel like we just started the new year, and now soon to be in April. That's damn near the middle of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, girl. And like I said, comment below, share with me, you know, whatever it is you're going through pregnancy wise. Keep y'all head up if you're down. It's hard, but you got this. You got this. You got this, because God chose you. God chose you. And even if you planned it, if he didn't want you to have it, he wouldn't want you to have it. And make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me what you're going through. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me what you want to see from me. Tell me what you want to see as the next video from me. Tell me, talk to me. Bye.